Morning, everybody. Michelle here. I hope everybody's having a good morning. I am. It's nice and crisp where I am. The weather is very nice and crisp and comfortable. But I still layer myself up just to make sure, that I am protected, just in case. And it's easy to just take stuff off. So I think it's probably better to be it is better to be in a climate where you can layer up, with clothing. That way you can take it off. Now, when it's too hot, we tend to want to expose ourselves to the suns, and that's where the danger is. The radiation from the sun, or the sun rays, or whatever. That can be very dangerous for the skin and the eyes and blah blah blah. So, and it's also good for the brain to have a cooler climate to operate out of. Because when you are in a warmer climate all the time, it can do something to the consciousness, the psyche, and you're not functioning properly or at your highest level. Anyway, I'm up at it, doing what I got to do. I have an appointment tomorrow, eye appointment tomorrow, so I'm gonna have that taken care of because it's important. Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I was gonna say. Make sure you are controlling the narrative when it comes to your medical care. Okay. Make sure you are the one controlling the narrative. And don't let these doctors pressure you into, taking shots and vaccines if you don't want to. All because you're at a certain age or a certain race or a certain gender. Do your own research and don't let them. Thankfully, I have a black female physician. And she'll ask if I want this. And if I say no, she leaves it alone. She doesn't pressure me and, hold me down on the table and try to, administer shit in my arm. I think of certain movie plots that the people attempt to do certain things, and so that just kind of made me laugh there. But yes, make sure you're the one in control of your medical care. You don't have to take nothing. And I'm a little bit more suspicious now about DNA now more than ever. Why everybody is so, even if they're doing it on behalf of black people. I'm just curious as to what's the purpose of all of that. And so I ordered a kit, but I chances are I won't use it unless they can just give me a full page, a reasoning as to why they need our DNA, and whether we're from Africa, whether we're from Asia, whether we're from wherever, Europe, what's the purpose of that? And harassing us about fucking DNA. I'm kind of over it because I still don't understand the purpose of it. All right, over the years they've used our cells. The thing is, they've used our cells to help other people, but they didn't use our cells to help us as dark people and black people. Our cells were not used to help us. Our cells were used to help other people, non-black people. Okay, so, and I don't know when that's going to get in the head of people. So the doctor is not always right. As a matter of fact, the doctors are usually the ones plotting and involved in all these labs and these back rooms and caves, doing all these experiments like they're, trying to create Frankenstein. And I'm serious. They're trying to create the next human being. And that mistake has already been made once. And that's why we're about to destroy another planet when somebody's interfering in the development of a human being. That's creational energy, right? Remember that? Like you said, your God is energy. So how would you feel if your God is energy and your God is perfect, but yet somebody comes in and try to undercut your God? How would you feel about that? Okay, that's exactly what some people do, and sometimes in the medical field. All right? And so it's just like you can't trust anybody because anyone can be manipulated and bought, and even so-called scientists, so-called medical staff, okay, so-called physicians. I told you what these interns that were coming out of these so-called medical colleges or whatever, coming into the black community and, and had all that free pussy where they can just, do whatever they want to it. Because they were usually white males, by the way. So I'm rehashing a lot of things because, like I said, you have to repeat stuff to people at least 7 times over the course of time, maybe more, depending on how how damaged they are in their consciousness, you know, in their psyche. So when you meditate, that's how you repair the damage to your psyche, as well as allow your subconscious and your conscious, whatever, to all start functioning properly and at a high level. That's where you need to be. So, but again, you control the narrative. You don't have nobody forcing you like they were doing with my dad all the time. My dad finally caught on because he didn't understand what the purpose of it. Always going to the doctor for this, going to the doctor for that, follow up here, follow up. You know, he just kept having to go back and giving these people blood and shit. You know what I mean? And shit, literally. You know, just bothering the man. And I used to always say, well, why are you going to the doctor again? Why are you going to the doctor again? You know, I used to ask him these questions. And he didn't know, but then he finally realized what it was. And, you know, sometimes you don't know these things until it's too late. Because we are always brainwashed to believe the doctor knows. The doctor don't know a goddamn thing. Like I said, certain people, if you see red in your shit, a lot of people freak out and panic. And what do? You run to the doctor. But sometimes food does that. Certain type of food will do that. Is that a problem? No. You know, it's not a problem to have blood in your stool. You know, sometimes when we used to have our menstrual cycle, did we have blood in our stool? Was that a problem then? Did you know that you had blood? You understand what I'm saying? It's all a game. It's all manipulation. Okay? When I had a menstrual cycle, thankfully I don't anymore. That was torture. There was always blood in my stool. I didn't know if it came from one or two. I didn't know if it came from my urine or my shit. Let's be direct. And it wasn't an issue then, so why is it an issue now? You understand? And then you go in there, like my brother said, that he was, when I was talking to my brother a while ago, or some time ago, he was on his way to an appointment to get his colon cleaned, because it's a yearly thing. And then all of a sudden he said, you know what? He immediately canceled that appointment and took his ass back home because his instinct kicked in. We got to stop this now. All we are is laboratories. Like we're literally laboratory rats. Where they take our cells to help non-black people. Get it through your head. Woo! Now, if you're going to make that a movie or a book or a plot or something, I don't know what's wrong with you. But anyway, started my day, as I always do, with enthusiasm, having fun, enjoying the moments, and, making the plans, about the second half of my life, and I'm looking forward to it, as well as just enjoying the moment too. Enjoying the moment right now is part of the second half of my life as well. So I'm gonna do what I gotta do, and I'm gonna come back through later in the day. So I want to send peace and love to everybody all over the stars, over the moon, and the mountains. Nothing but love.